Hello, I'm Greg Recke Mods, and welcome to episode 3 of my iPod series. Today we'll be unboxing something that's not an iPod, but has iPod in the name and is an official Apple product. This is something I've been wanting since the day it was released for sale, and something I could never afford because even after they stopped making them, they were way overpriced. And I just bought the nicest looking, cheapest one on eBay. Which had just a few pictures on it, so I don't know if it's complete. And it came from Goodwill, so But what do we have in this box? This is an iPod Hi-Fi, the iPod speaker set that Apple made. And they only made it for about a year and a half, and it didn't sell very well. Apple's excuse for stopping making them was there was already products out there that could do just as good, if not better. And the real reason was probably because it didn't sell worth a darn, because it was overpriced for what it was. But it was really neat, and I wanted one back in the day, and I wanted one today. And I got one today. And here it is, the iPod Hi-Fi, which we'll be unboxing. I'm not sure how good of shape it's going to be in. The only time I've ever seen one of these in real life was at the Soho Apple store in early 2007 when they were still selling these. It's literally the only time I've ever seen one. So yeah, New York City, early 2007, I got to see one of these, and that's the last time I've ever seen one in person. So I'm going to finally get to see another one, and it's going to be mine. So let's unbox this, and we'll look at it and demonstrate it, and well, let's go. Alright guys, so here's the box, here's the opening knife. Let's cut it open and see what we have here. All right, so it's a bunch of paper. I bought a box of paper. Nah, it's in here somewhere. Wow, it's an interesting way to pack it. It looks like there's like a Panera Bread bag and a bunch of paper bags in here. It's a little weird. Now here is the iPod Hi-Fi itself. I hope it came with a power adapter. Oh yeah, it just uses one of those wires like you'd find on a later model iMac. Oops. This tape's really annoying. You'd find on a later model Mac Mini. Let's set this down, make sure there's nothing else in the box. Doesn't appear to be. So, set that off to the side, set this down on the table. Here is the iPod Hi-Fi. So, it is a little worse for wear. It's going to need a lot of cleaning and buffing, but the speaker grill in the pictures looked like it was in one piece, and the speakers looked like it was in one piece. That's why I bought this. It wasn't the cheapest on eBay, but it was the nicest looking one on eBay, and it's very filthy, but it should be at least complete. It's even got the battery door in the back of it, so that's a good sign. So, Here is the iPod Hi-Fi. And here is the speakers itself. It is missing one pin right here, but that's not a big deal. It still holds together. It's probably going to rattle though. I'll have to figure out a way to fix that. This thing's really dusty, and the dock connector's a little bit damaged, but should be fine. The pins look fine on it. So that is the iPod Hi-Fi. We'll grab the camera in a second and do a close-up so you can see it close up. It's quite dirty, but once it's cleaned up, it will be pretty nice. And yeah, it's the iPod Hi-Fi. Let's unlock the battery compartment here. What can I use to unlock it? I knew this broken Wi-Fi card was good for something. Oh! I see why it was the cheapest. That's where it take a lot of cleaning. It is, I don't even know if that's battery acid. It almost looks like something's been spilled in it. It's, there was no pictures of the back. I just was hoping it came with the battery door, and I was hoping that the battery compartment was okay. But then again, this thing was like, I think $30 cheaper than the next one that was in worse shape. So, I still think I got a good deal. But, ooh. So anyway, guys, we will now move you guys up here and take a look at this closer, and then we'll take my first generation Mini right here, and we'll play some music on it if it does indeed work. So let's go. Okay, so here is the cheapest and most complete iPod Hi-Fi on eBay, and we'll pull the cover off real quick to show you the speakers here. These were really supposed to be nice and bassy and suck air through here and blow it out and stuff. Pretty neat design here. These three speakers, when you see these things, first off, this is usually never coming with them if they're cheap. And if it is, it's usually torn up. This one's actually still in good shape. It's a little dirty, but it's got no tears in it or anything. And also, if you see these things cheap, it's because these speakers have been punched in because some idiot has been pushing on them. Yeah, that was a poor design thing there. And honestly, these speakers, from what I hear, do not make the best quality sound you could get out of an iPod. It doesn't compare to a set of Bose speakers, which cost about the same amount, from what I hear. But we don't even know if this works yet, but I'm hoping it will. And it is very, very, very dirty, as we can see here. Here is the dock connector. This would only work with dock connector iPods and like the first generation iPhone for FireWire charging. This used FireWire charging. And you could buy, this thing came with a set of inserts for the dock, so you could custom match whatever device you were plugging into it, so it wouldn't flop around and stuff. This one apparently has not had them for most of its life because this piece right here was broken off, but it shouldn't hurt the functionality of this. And as we can see, it's got scuffs and stuff. This thing was probably used like in a store or a reception room or something like that, but it's in okay shape. It just needs cleaned, it needs buffed. It needs restored, basically. But this thing was pretty neat. It's got handles, really heavy-duty handles, and stuff like that. Then here's the battery compartment, which I think takes, I don't know, what are those, D cells? I think it's 4 D cells pretty big. It's got audio in for older iPods or other devices you'd like to plug in, and the power plug right here. And then on the bottom, it's got an anti-skid pad that says iPod on it, and flip you upside down. There you go. It says iPod on it. So yeah. And this design actually kind of reminds me of something. It reminds me of the late 2009 and mid 2010 MacBook Unibody. Okay? White plastic with a gray rubber pad on the bottom. Anti-skid. It reminds me a lot of that. They may have gotten the design cues for this off of that. So that's pretty interesting. So now we're going to plug this in and see if it works. And I'm going to be playing royalty-free music. Royalty-free music. It's going to be music by Athlon, aka Noah, my friend and big fan of this channel. He's made a lot of really good music. He made the song that I use as my outro. And if you want to check out his music, there'll be a link to his Bandcamp down below. And you can just go to the My Outro music. There should be a link right there. So we're going to listen to some of his music in Rockbox because this iPod actually still has some other iTunes library synced to it, and I don't want to destroy that just yet. So I already have this Apple wire here, so we'll plug it in here. Okay, it's plugged in. Move it around here. And should we play it with the cover on or off? Let's play it with the cover off. This has touch sensitive buttons. It's always on from what I can tell. There's no power buttons or anything. So when you plug an iPod in, it will just start playing. So we got the iPod here running Rockbox. We'll go over to test music, and here is Noah's songs here. And we'll just start playing music and see how it works. So we'll clip it in here. It will start charging. We'll start with 2001. Okay, so it's got a light down here. I never knew that. When you touch the button, it goes up and down. This also had the little white remote that came with the first Apple TV and early Intel Macs that had the IR sensors on the front of them. It came with that little remote, and this one didn't come with one, but I've got plenty of those. And that remote, literally you could just skip to the next track and volume up and down, and that was it. But as we can see here, it is working, which I'm actually very surprised and very happy it is. It doesn't sound too bad. Is the IR sensor, and man, this thing can move some air. It does have some pretty good bass to it. Let's go back to files, play OS X. That's really neat. It works great. Turn it down some more. And let's just pop this on. There we go. I will have to fix that peg down the bottom. I will be restoring this, making it as clean and as nice as possible. Try to make it as new looking as possible, and I'll get the dock inserts. You just have to find a universal dock, and they should work. And we'll use this in future iPod videos. I'm pretty happy with it. And once again, if you want to check out Noah's music, Athlon, just go to his Bandcamp link below. Thank you, Noah, for this great music. I love using your music in these videos. So anyway, guys, that is the iPod Hi-Fi. It will be restored. It will be cleaned up. And I'm very happy with the end result. This is a very neat speaker. And it does sound pretty good. Yeah, it's not Bose quality, but it's still got some good bass to it. It's got a lot of good punch to it. And I'm very impressed with it, just like I was when I saw it in 2007 in New York City. So, yeah. You can see the light down there. The bottom corner vibrates. You can hear it vibrating. If you hold it, it stops vibrating. But it still sounds pretty good. So yeah, guys, I'd say that was a success. It's dirty. The battery compartment's full of goo. It needs torn down. In fact, we may be doing a video of me tearing it down, which I don't know how you tear one of these down. I'd assume it's semi-easy. I mean, it is in two giant pieces, if you look. So it should just pull apart. So we'll be able to see the inside of it in the future. And it's going to have to be scrubbed a lot. But it does indeed work, and it's working quite nicely. And it's really dirty, and I've got to figure out how to fix this peg. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but we'll figure something out. It looks kind of like a ball socket, so it's going to be something to deal with there in the future. But we'll find a good remote for it. We'll test the remote functions and stuff in the future. And yeah, it's pretty darn neat. Anyway, guys, so that's the end of today's video, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, I am now sponsored by SellYourMac.com, so if you have an Apple device you'd like to sell, just go to SellYourMac.com/RutKMods and sell them something. It will help me out, and it will help you out because you'll be making money. Also, don't forget, I do have a Patreon where I release these videos a day early, sometimes even earlier than that. It's usually a day early, so if you want to see these videos a day early and help support me even more than just me getting ad revenue from this channel, come over there and help support me. And if you don't want to, it's fine. Ad revenue still helps me out a lot. As long as you're watching my videos, it helps. So anyway, guys, once again, thank you for watching, and this has been a RutKMods video. Okay, so here's the cheapest and most complete Okay, so here is the cheapest and most complete iPod Hi-Fi.